Thanks so much for stopping by today. This is Amy. I appreciate you taking time to view my video. Today I'm going to be doing a simple watercolor and illustration, watercolor and doodle video, however you want to reference it. It's going to be watercolor with a artist pen from Faber-Castell. I'm sorry, not number, but it's S. It's the small. I will be using the Aressa watercolor. It's 140 pound, 9 by 12. I will be using that for my design. I'm not going to tape it off and make a border. I'm just going to just paint straight from here. I am going to be using my favorite number 8 silver black velvet brush, and then my Winsor Newton watercolors. And again, sorry, I inherited this from my mother who has passed away, and it did not have a color chart with it, so I'm sure I could look it up. But basically, for the gist of this today, I am just going to be using colors that are in here. I don't really know what the color names are, so I apologize for that. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today my theme is going to be trees. So I'm just going to do some easy, and I'm sorry, most of my designs are basically, the designs themselves are going to be what's in the pen, and the watercolor part is easy. It's just going to be very, how do I want to say, just very basic, and then I draw over it. So just letting you know that it's not anything difficult. Anybody can do this. I am new at watercolor. I'm sure you'll be able to tell that, and that's fine. I don't claim to be a watercolor genius by any means. My background is more in the acrylics, definitely. However, I do love this, so here you go. This is why I'm doing it, because I like my pen and watercolors together. So basically what I'm doing is just creating some color on the page that I will actually then be adding my black pen to. So again, this is very simple. Anybody can do it. Please give it a try. You know, go get some cheap watercolors and some nice markers, whether you're using microns or whatever your favorites are. That's fine. You don't have to use what I'm using. Matter of fact, to do doodling, especially if you're not going to be selling it, do it on whatever paper products you have, you know, around you. Alright, so I'm just doing some basic coloring here. And again, this is not meant to be difficult by any means. My channel is basically meant to be for people who want to learn and do some basic artwork. Maybe even considered crafting. It's fine. Whatever you want to call it. That's up to you. It's not going to hurt my feelings any. You know, if you're more experienced and you can do a lot better, do different projects. I am just doing this because I like the watercolor and the pen together. So that's purely why I do it like this. I don't want it to be difficult. I want people to be able to be creative and put something down on paper. Whatever your favorite medium is, go for it. If you want to throw this into the mix, by all means, go for that too. It's fine. Like I said, I'm just trying to give you some ideas of easy things that you can do, and not something difficult that you have to be somebody that went to art school and has studied art for years. You don't have to do that with mine. It's not meant to be like that. I promise. It's really not. I'm not going for that. I'm going for whatever you can do. I don't want you to be afraid to try it. Now I am going to, once I get the green where I want it to be, because I really want it to show up a little bit more, or have more, a little more, what do I want to say, a little more interest in it. I will hit it with a heat gun. And then I will do my quick drawing. Almost reminds me of bacon. That was not my... Alright, so I've gone ahead, dried them out with my heat gun. And the first one I'm going to draw is just going to be a real simple, easy branch. Just kind of like it somebody broke off a branch, and here we go. I'm just drawing it. I'm going to do the same up here. Just kind of do a little bit of design, and then a little bit off here I'm going to draw another branch, and I'm going to put a nice little leaf on it. And I'd like to draw through the center. I'm not really sure why that's such an interest to me, but I like to draw through the center of the leaves. I'm going to do another one here, and it's kind of going into my other color, which is fine. And as I've mentioned in some of my other drawings, this is where you can actually, if you want to do all your leaves the same, feel free to do so, but you don't have to. Just to add some interest to your design, you can vary them, or you can do them all the same, from one piece to the next. On this, I'm just doing a very simple painting, or not painting, but drawing with lines on both sides of the leaf. Okay, and I then go down through the center again, or you can pick up a thicker marker, wherever you want to do it. Go like that. And then on this leaf you can do, switch it out, and then just do a design on one side. Pure and simple, not difficult. You can fill this in if you want. So like I could just keep it solid, but I don't have a thick marker out right now. If I wanted to do that, I would get a thicker marker out. I am just going to do a design down it, and then keep it at that. There's just so many designs that you can do. Look around. Create your own. Throughout nature, throughout your home, wherever you're at, your surroundings, there's all different designs, whether it's in the brickwork, the cement work that you're walking around. It just doesn't matter. There's patterns all over the place. So look around, take a look, see what's in your surroundings. My next one is just going to be even, probably even a more basic design. And I'm going to kind of try to keep him nice and thin, because that's what he is, nice and thin. Not as thick as the one I just drew. Now you could use, if you're really into lines being straight and whatnot, you can use rulers and whatever items that you feel that help you create your designs. You definitely don't have to freehand everything. It's still okay to get some help, if you need to. I'm not really one that's into creating things in a perfect manner, at least at this point. I'm not saying that will maybe change in the future, but it's okay to use guidelines, guides of some sort or whatnot. Perfectly fine. Alright, so that again was very simple. I can leave the stem or the branch plain, or you could even just give it some texture and just kind of go down it with the other lines. They don't have to be connected. And then this just gives it some more interest as opposed to it being a branch that's has nothing going on. And then leave it like that. Like I said, you see these are very simple patterns anybody can do. Alright, and the last one that I'm going to do right now for you, I think it's going to be even a shorter one. I'm going to start off like this with my little branch, and then I'm going to go off, and then part of it will continue right off, up like that. I'm going to go up here, make it a little thinner, and I can make it wiggly or make it straight and have it come off like that, and then continue on with this little one. But I'm going to make it a little bit thinner because then I'm going to put a nice little leaf on it, or a nice big leaf on it, however you want to look at it, right? Nice big leaf, and it's okay to come out of the color. I like coming out of the color. You don't have to stay within the colors that you've painted. It's okay to come outside of them. And again, with the leaves, come up with some kind of a creative design for them. This one is going to be more of a curved line. I can do this, do that, and make a curved line again. And I'm keeping them separated even though they're pretty much going at in the same space, but I'm not intending them to actually be, like one circle coming over or one part circle coming over. Alright, now if you feel like you need to add something more to it, then just put in some little leaves. You don't have to. In this one I'll probably do something similar to what I did before. Just add a little bit of a design to it. Just keep it. And on this one, I'm just going to do little curves, maybe a line, little curves. It's not going to be identical because I like things to be different, as I mentioned, and leave it at that. I like circles, so a lot of times I will add those on the other side. Again, on this one, you could come down and do just some quick little leaves, or you can leave it plain. Whatever floats your boat. And then I'm going to do basically the same thing, just kind of a wiggle pattern, kind of trying to just add some quick little movements here. Fill in your little leaves. I mean, it's obviously not technically a typical branch. This is a made up You can see here where this would be nice to have a thicker marker, and I do have a thicker marker. I'm just not going to pull it out right now. But you can highlight one of the sides. I mean, we can get into shading and doing that later. But I'm going to go ahead and do that on this side of the leaf. Do that. See, very cute. Very cute. And again, if you want to throw in some color, I have, I want to order something else, but I have my little uni pen. I think I have it upside down. My Uniball pen in white. And I love these. They're great. So say I want to come up here and just add some white. I would not mess with getting white paint. I think these markers or pens work awesomely, because I saw somebody do it with white paint earlier today, and I was like, why would you do that? I know you've got this product. But she's probably sharing the product. That's what. So if you want to do that, you can come over here, maybe color in part of these leaves or color in the whole thing instead of having the ink in the center. I mean, it's just showing you what you can do, or color it in. And this isn't going to show up so well with it being on that, but color it in. And if you feel like you need to outline it again, then just go back over it and outline it in. It's okay. So I say create as you go. Even though you might have to go back in and fix something, that's fine. You know, it truly is. This is what it's all about, is being creative. So like on this tree, we could say, hey, let's go like this. Now I'm not going to be worried about going back in and coloring the lines. I'm not even trying to completely color in a line. I'm just doing just a back and forth motion. Now like that one I might, because I went over the lines. If you go over the lines and you, like I said, you want to fix it, then go back and fix it. Not a biggie. That's one thing in art you need to learn how to do. You know, if you feel like you've made, you know, made a mistake, or something went over a line that you wanted to show, fix it. You need to know how to fix things. Alright, and there you be. Just some branches. This would be a cute piece to hang up in a family room. Although, like I said, I didn't do borders, so this one I wouldn't, because you need to have it to where you can do borders, you know, put your matting in. So this is just strictly going to be for showing you how to do it. Alright, I hope you like this. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you get notified when I post something new. And hit that share button that you'll see pop up underneath my video. That's an easy way for you to share it on your social network, and that will hopefully go to your friends and family. Any help I can get to grow my channel, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and hope that you'll stop back by and see me. And we are done for this segment, so until the next time, have a good one.